I hope that all of you are doing great. Now, what happened to this Celsius network that we all have heard about? Basically, they halted the withdrawals of the crypto of the people who actually stayed there for the interest to be earned. This platform completely halted the withdrawals on 13th of June. So, what we are going to look in this particular video, what are the set of events that happen within the Celsius network, the inside thing, the outside thing. So, like leading all together to this, and then eventually we will be discussing what are the chances for the people who have their crypto staked over there, and then the kind of lessons that we all happen to learn from this. Make sure you watch the video completely till the end. And it is going to help each one of us in regards even to the risk management, as well as understanding making decision within the crypto involves a lot of risk management that we all need to do. Now, basically on 13th of June, Celsius network announced that it is halting the withdrawals of the crypto. So basically $12 billion worth of crypto was on its platform, and it has completely halted the withdrawals. So basically all the users, we are talking about thousands and thousands of users actually staking their crypto, Ethereum, and a lot of other crypto, and earning interest onto that. Basically, it was providing great amount of interest. Why $12 billion? Because 6 months back it was $24 billion. But because the value has decreased so much with the downfall happening within the Bitcoin, it is now left with $12 billion. Now, obviously, when the Bitcoin was falling, the entire crypto market was falling, and even it's like a domino effect. When one thing is falling, the other thing is falling, and then it's a cascading effect affecting everything else. So even when the Bitcoin is falling, the assets are falling. So even the Celsius network, with all its investment, with all its money making ventures and strategies, I mean, everything was losing money. At the same time, with all the FUD happening, with everything around, I mean, things, one bad news, and obviously people do not want to risk their money anywhere, so they would want to take it out immediately. It was like people were rushing to take out the money from this particular platform or any other platform. Now, this is why, like, here we will try to understand. Now, I mean, as I said, the platform basically provides interest onto the crypto, staked crypto of the people. So they, the major event that had happened in the past couple of months, if we talk about, but it happened like this month or last month itself, the Luna collapse, like $60 billion collapse happened, like everyone, big investors losing money, as well as the UST depeg and UST collapse. So basically these guys, I mean, obviously these guys were too affected a lot with this particular collapse, but the CEO came out and said they did not have much investment into it. They did not have much exposure to it. But even during the collapse, they took out $500 million. Nobody knows exactly how much loss it occurred for them, but definitely it like shook the entire crypto market, as well as a lot of funds, a lot of institutions lost big money due to that. Now, as far as Celsius network is concerned, over the past few months, Celsius was using a multitude of DeFi protocols, including Terra's Anchor protocol, Ethereum's Lido LDO, Lido DAO, and Curve CRV, in order to leverage the client funds to pay out 17% API in yield. So basically it was paying 17% APY, and it was itself using these platforms to earn further interest. So basically it is like, I'm going to provide you interest, I have my own ways lending out and stuff, but at the same time I'm also staking their amount, a lot of amount, onto the other platforms, which is further providing me interest. So it is like I'm earning the interest from somewhere and I'm providing it to the client as well. And this was not their business model 2 years back. So it was basically lending the human traders, and it controlled the risk by requiring collateral from these guys. So basically it is like whenever the events of liquidation, whenever the events of, I mean, bad things are going on, they were controlling that, okay, they are lending the amount to the traders and they will be liquidating, like if they do not, I mean, it is like one-to-one from people. But when we are talking about these Anchor protocols, like the Anchor had Luna funds in Luna, like when Luna collapsed, it collapsed a lot of other things. It it impacted a lot of other things, including the funds of Celsius, of the people. Like Celsius was managing funds of other people or crypto of other people, and it was trying to make money through these platforms like Anchor, Lido, and these platforms got affected by the Luna and a lot of other things, like billions of dollars lost. So definitely Celsius lost, as well as the funds of the people lost directly. So like this practice could not be termed as fair, but eventually nobody thought something like Luna might happen. Now, series of other losses that Celsius network faced. This is just to show, like, this is just on the outer side. We do not know inside out how much further loss that they had, because nobody knows what other measures of, like, maybe they were leveraged long onto certain positions, they were doing some sort of leverage sort of thing, because a lot of rumors about complete liquidation is also happening if Bitcoin falls below $14,000 or something like that. So in June 2021, Ethereum staking service Stakehound disclosed it had misplaced the private keys for 38,000 Ethereum. Now, in this event, Celsius actually lost those 35,000 Ethereum as a result. Now, on June 10th this year, blockchain sleuths found that Celsius has meaningful exposure to the staked Ether, which has depegged from Ether at the ratio of 0.93 to 1. So depegging of staked Ether happened, which even affected them. Now, Celsius also lost like $22 million due to this DAO hack and stuff. So these are like some of the outward sort of a thing. But even with the leverage position in Bitcoin falling so much suddenly, and with everything like cascading effect happening, they have lost a lot of things. And now coming on to the fund stopping part, like why did they actually stop withdrawals? Now, Celsius actually had the liabilities of more than 1 million Ethereum, according to an analysis by the crypto investor Brad Mills. The Celsius liquid reserves amounted to just 268,000 Ethereum, with a further 288,000 Ethereum inaccessible until after the merge is completed. So if users began to request Ether withdrawal beyond Celsius liquid reserves, so basically liability of 1 million Ethereum, they just have like 250,000 Ethereum. So just imagine if everyone withdrew it, like it would have been a complete forced liquidation. So basically it would have been forced liquidation, as well as their staked Ether, they would have had to sell for 7% discount. And not just that, their slippage, obviously 0.93 to 1 ratio. So everything would have like collapsed in one go. But for now, despite all the loss, this is the reason, like that is the only option left. They thought they are going to stop the withdrawals. Now, what do we think, like for the people who have actually lost money into this, like what do we think what future holds from here? Like just imagine, even if everything gets all right, like they say, okay, now everything is all right, we allow the withdrawal. What do you think? Each one of the people, like every investor into the Celsius who has the crypto, they will take out every penny right away the same day, right? We all know, everyone know, even the Celsius guys know. So even if everything goes all right, I do not think that they will allow immediately to withdraw all the amount. So probably if they actually want to build that trust, or like once their mess is solved and they want to build that trust, probably what they might be doing, like what they could be doing, probably that, okay, they are again going to pay out the interest to the people directly, and their reserves are also saved, and they can keep on earning the interest, and the reserves will be partly given back to the people. At the same time, maybe the interest thing may not play out. The second part may play out, that each one of the person might get like 10% of their investment in parts. Probably every 1 month or every 2 months, they'll be getting 10% of their staked crypto released. With that time frame, like the Celsius might have the time to actually build that reputation back again. At the same time, like it would not be like a forced liquidation or everything coming out at once. So that might happen. That is like one of the best case scenarios in the future. The other things that we need to learn, like some of the stories I happened to see on the Twitter, like one guy was writing like he had his entire savings saved onto the Celsius network that was 45 Ethereum, was planning to buy the house through it. What is the lesson that we all learn from this? Number one, like apart from the lesson that we have learned, like the people who have actually have their funds, big amount onto the Celsius network, I mean, do not lose your hope. Like, first of all, you might get it back, and most likely the intentions are not bad of the people. The things did not go right. It's just that. So eventually, if everything falls back to place, the Bitcoin price rises, things get stable, you will get it back. Having said that, I mean, try to understand, like, to move on to the next level, you actually have to have this emotional tolerance of, I mean, this is like the law. A lot of you talk to a lot of millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires. This is what they'll say. Like, before becoming millionaires, like, they lost hundreds of thousands. Before becoming 10 millionaire, they lost millions. Before becoming 100 millionaire, they lost several millions of dollars. I mean, this is how you develop your emotional tolerance, and the future will be bright for you no matter what. So do not lose hope in either of the cases. Having said that, we need to understand the risk management that we have to do in everything, like within the crypto or anything else. Like, especially we'll be talking about the crypto right now. We need to every time think, what is the worst case scenario from here? Let's say I have all my investment done onto Binance exchange, right? I need to keep on thinking. Let's say I have my investment done onto the Bitcoin. I need to keep on thinking, even though I trust completely Bitcoin or Ethereum, I need to think, what if like everything collapse? What I'm going to do after that? Like, if it goes to zero, everything goes to zero. Yes, I will survive. Probably that's what you need to think. And let's say if Bitcoin doesn't collapse, Ether doesn't collapse, the entire exchange collapse, Binance collapse, my complete funds are gone. What do I do? I mean, think about these things. Then probably the second option I have is Ledger wallet. And then if I get onto the Ledger, if it gets hacked, think of each of the worst case that may be possible. And then think probably if it is worth taking some action. And if not, like, if you have not taken the action, if it happens, what you're going to do after that. It doesn't matter. Like, if you continuously keep on thinking this way, at least you would not place all your funds onto a platform that is providing interest, right? You would not be placing all your funds onto a platform which says, okay, you will be getting APY, right? Because you started thinking from the risk management perspective. Probably from my perspective, like, the chances of Binance getting completely liquidated, like holding all the assets, very less likely. It's not worth taking action for now, with given the amount of assets that I've kept onto the exchange. So we need to be doing the risk management properly. And having said that, definitely these kind of events actually make the industry. I mean, in the past also, the crypto industry was taking a lot of heat. Just do not think that everything is going to go up. This is how the bear market works. I mean, all the bad things that may happen keep on happening. Everyone curses each other. I mean, so much of the things are happening. Liquidations, Bitcoin falling, people losing the fortunes, hack is happening. But that is how, like, you enjoy the next bull market. If you're here still surviving, you need to survive this. You need to go through this so that you can enjoy the gains of the next bull market when it comes. So again, guys, that's it for the podcast, for the video. And if you like the video, smash the like button. Do subscribe to our channel if you have not already. This channel will be everything about how do we grow your finances. That's what the goal of this channel is, to provide financial freedom to all of the subscribers. And comment down below for what do you think about the Celsius network. If you actually had some money onto it, comment down below about it. And what are your thoughts onto what is going to happen in the future with the same thing. That's it. And I'll see all of you guys in the next video.